So today's workout, nice little kind of variation of sequences here. You can pause, have a little read, and then just watch the video to get an idea of what's going on. So first up, we have the reverse lunge. So basically here again, guys, depending on what weight selection you have, really just focus on the movement here, on technique. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get the target muscle group working here instead of just kind of kicking back and kind of not really thinking about what I'm doing. I'm trying to lean forward slightly through my torso to keep my core engaged. And as I step back and come up, I'm trying to squeeze through the glute. So I'm just trying to get certain muscles working here that I'm not just kind of just going through the motions here, just focusing on each repetition. So I'm kind of shooting for an almost vertical shin on the front leg as I step back. I'm a little bit better when I step back on the left leg than the right leg here. But again, I just want to keep that heel down and just good knee tracking for each step. So we're going to do 10 reverse lunges on each side. When that's done, we're going to transition then into our pike push-up. So the pike push-up is definitely a work in progress, but I wanted to try and bring in some kind of vertical press movement. So what I'm doing here, again, body awareness is challenged me upside down. I'm trying to get my shoulders as close to under my hips as possible. I'm trying to keep my back flat. Probably cheating here, using my fringe to touch the floor as opposed to my head. Alignment could possibly be better through the elbows, but we're going to go for 5. I think 5 was definitely challenging for me. If we're struggling with that variation, what we can just do is walk backs, walk forward. So like even kind of 5 repetitions here. Again, even hold for a second here. I'll try and stay strong to the shoulder joint. Again, wide fingers. I'm really trying to brace through my midline as well. Okay, so I get to here, trying to pull the tummy in, but also keep the back flat. So when 3 rounds of this is done, we're going to move on to part B. So the first movement coming up in part B is our hand supported single leg deadlift with a 1-arm row. So again, I always say the row here isn't exactly to kind of get a bicep or a lat pump here. It shouldn't be too heavy. What I'm doing here is I'm using the row to kind of try and challenge my balance a little bit here, keep my core engaged. So I want to have that back leg ideally straight, kind of getting a little bit better here. But it's key on this one, and half the benefit of the hand support here is that it'll allow me to keep my hips level with the floor, so I'm not twisting my hips to one side. So again, I have a little bit of a heel issue going on here at the moment, so I'm finding it hard to straighten that front leg. But the standing leg, glute and hamstring should be really firing here to stabilize. So we're going to go for 10 rows on each side, just keeping a steady tempo throughout the repetition or throughout the set. And when the 10 on each side are done, we're going to move on then to a contralateral sit-up. So this is a great core exercise that I use with the Muay Thai fighters in the gym. So basically we're kind of working hip and opposite shoulder. What I want to do here is I want to anchor down one side. So I'm using this heavy kettlebell. You can put your foot under a chair or a couch if you're working at home. Opposite arm I'm going to have extended, so weight over my shoulder. And all I'm doing here is just 10 sit-ups on each side. So one of the things, especially as I kind of start off, I'm pushing my lower back into the floor. And on the way down, I'm kind of like almost unloading one vertebrae at a time. So I don't want to kind of lower myself down with an arched back. I want to be slightly hollowed and tucked through my core. So again, one vertebrae kind of landing at a time. Again, stiff arm, weight over the shoulder. So 10 each side of those. So we're going to do 3 rounds of these. 3 sets of the deadlift with the row and 3 sets of the contralateral sit-up. We're going to go for 10 repetitions on each side. So on to C then. Body weight stuff again here can be deemed as lower intensity, but we're really, for these 2 movements in particular, we're trying to really work on intent and focus on the target muscle group working here. So really concentrating throughout the whole repetition. So for here, it's a long lever bridge. 30 seconds squeeze. Okay, so I'm digging my heels down. Toes are fairly much relaxed here, but I'm trying to get the hamstrings working. Again, glutes are active, keeping the hips neutral or tucked under, even in a posterior tilt. When that's done, we're going to move on to the Blackburns. So here, again, it's all work around the shoulder blades. Think about the shoulder blades doing the work in order to lift the arms. So I'm going to do 10 seconds in each position and 4 positions, so 40 seconds in total. So 10 seconds, arms extended, thumbs to the ceiling or the sky. Again, squeeze up through the shoulder blades. When 10 seconds here are done, the next position, I'm going to bend the elbows and squeezing the shoulder blades back and towards each other the whole time. So when 10 seconds are done in this position, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to straighten my arms. Again, thumbs up, squeezing the shoulder blades back. And then for the last bit, okay, for the last 10 seconds, what I'm going to just do is I'm going to bring the hands, or the palm, sorry, the knuckles back towards my pockets. So palms facing out, thumbs facing up. Again, really, really focus on squeezing the shoulder blades together. So it'll be 10 seconds in each position. An alternative to the long lever bridge, we do a single leg version. Again, if we're doing a single leg version, maybe 20 seconds on each side. But for both these positions, for the long lever bridge, whether it's a double leg or single leg work, and for the Blackburns, we're going to do 3 rounds. And there are 3 blocks, 3 supersets. That's the workout for today.